Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. Consider the following statements. Privacy is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution. The usage and transfer of personal data of citizens is regulated by the Information Technology IT Rules 2011 and that is under the IT Act of 2000. The IT Act applies to companies and to the government. We have to select the correct statement or statements. First and second are correct. A is the correct answer. Recently, the European Union and 9 countries, including India, called for fostering international cooperation to promote high data protection and privacy standards. In August 2017, the Supreme Court had held that privacy is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution. Currently, the usage and transfer of personal data of citizens is regulated by the Information Technology Rules 2011 under the IT Act 2000. The IT rules were a novel attempt at data protection at the time they were introduced, but the pace of development of the digital economy has shown its shortcomings. Further, the IT Act applies only to companies and not to the government. Consider the following statements regarding tuberculosis. In humans, TB affects the lungs only. 𝐃𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 vaccine is presently the only vaccine available for the prevention of TB. Now we have to select the correct statement. Only the second one is correct. B is the correct answer. World Tuberculosis Day is observed on 24th March 2022. Tuberculosis is caused by a bacterium called Mycobacterium tuberculosis, belonging to the Mycobacteriaceae family consisting of about 200 members. In humans, TB most commonly affects the lungs, but it can also affect other organs. TB is a treatable and curable disease. BCG vaccine, which is presently the sole vaccine available for the prevention of tuberculosis. It was developed by 2 Frenchmen, Albert Calmette and Camille Guérin, by modifying the strain of Mycobacterium bovis. Which of the following statements describe Article 355? It states that it shall be the duty of the Union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbances. Option B is the correct answer. Recently, a Congress leader in Lok Sabha wrote to the President urging him to invoke Article 355 of the Constitution in West Bengal. It states that it shall be the duty of the Union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbance and to ensure that the government of every state is carried on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Article 356 states that precedent rule can be imposed in any state on grounds of failure of constitutional machinery. Article 365 states that every state shall comply with all directions given by the Union on matters it empowers to do so. If any state fails to comply with directions of Union, then precedent's rule can be imposed. Consider the following statements. Cauvery rises on the Brahmagiri hills of the Eastern Ghats in southwestern Tamil Nadu state. The catchment area lies in the states of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. 𝐃𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 and Lakshman-tirth are the key tributaries of Cauvery river. Now we have to select the correct statement. Only the second and third are correct. B is the correct answer. The state appears set for a summer of discontent yet again between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka over the Mekedatu drinking water project across river Cauvery. Cauvery river rises on Brahmagiri hill of the Western Ghats in southwestern Karnataka state. The river basin covers 3 states and a union territory: Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Puducherry. Key tributaries are 𝐃𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢, Lakshman-tirth, Kabini, Amravati, Noil and Bhavani rivers. Consider the following statements regarding Women Transforming India Award. The awards were launched by Niti Aayog and the United Nations in India. The awards have been hosted under the aegis of Niti Aayog's Women Entrepreneurship Platform. As we have to select the correct statement, both are correct. C is the correct answer. Niti Aayog organized the 5th edition of the Women Transforming India Awards recently. The Women Transforming India Awards are organized in collaboration with the UN. This award ceremony recognized women entrepreneurs who have made their mark across different sectors. The awards have continuously recognized role models who have broken glass ceilings and created a positive impact. Since 2018, the awards have been hosted under the aegis of Niti Aayog's Women Entrepreneurship Platform. Consider the following statements regarding World Meteorological Organization. The World Meteorological Organization is an intergovernmental organization. It originated from the International Meteorological Organization. It is headquartered in Washington, D.C., USA. We have to select the correct statement or statements. Only the first and second are correct. A is the correct answer. World Meteorological Day is an international day that commemorates the establishment of World Meteorological Organization in 1950. It is being observed on March 23rd of every year since 1961. It is an intergovernmental organization with a membership of 192 member states and territories. It originated from the International Meteorological Organization. It was established after the 1873 Vienna International Meteorological Congress and is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. With respect to Brahmos supersonic cruise missile, consider the following statements. It operates on the fire and forget principle. It has a flight range of up to 350 kilometers. As we have to select the correct statement, only the first is correct. A is the correct answer. Recently, India successfully tested a surface-to-surface Brahmos supersonic cruise missile in Andaman and Nicobar. The Brahmos is a medium-range ramjet supersonic cruise missile. It can be launched from submarine, surface warship, aircraft or land. It is notably one of the fastest supersonic cruise missiles in the world. It is a joint venture between the Russian Federation NPO Mashinostroyenie and India's Defence Research and Development Organization, who together have formed Brahmos Aerospace. It operates on fire and forget principle and has a flight range of up to 290 km. Sujalam 2.0 campaign has recently been launched. Consider the following statements in this regard. It is a part of the Jal Jeevan mission. It focuses on creation of community and institutional grey water management assets. As we have to select the correct statement or statements, both are correct. C is the correct answer. On the occasion of the World Water Day, the central government on Tuesday launched a nationwide campaign for grey water management. In view of providing water security to people, it has been launched under the Jal Jeevan mission. The Grey Water Plan is being made an integral part of the Village Action Plan. It focuses on creation of community and institutional grey water management assets. Panchayati Raj groups would ensure the grey water management is done with soak pits, which can also be extended to Anganwadis, religious institutions. A joint advisory was also signed by 9 ministries. Grey water is relatively clean water generated from kitchen, bathroom and laundry. With respect to the latest World Air Quality Report, consider the following statements. New Delhi continued to be the world's most polluted capital city for the 4th consecutive year. China continued to improve last year as more than half of its cities saw lower levels of air pollution when compared to the previous year. None of the cities in India met the prescribed WHO air quality standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter. We have to select the correct statement or statements. All 3 are correct. D is the correct answer. The World Air Quality Report prepared by Swiss organization IQAir has been released, and New Delhi continued to be the world's most polluted capital for the 4th consecutive year. It is followed by Dhaka and Jamina, Dushanbe and Muscat in 2021. The report added that 35 of the 50 cities with the worst air quality were in India. None of the cities in India met the prescribed WHO air quality standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter. The study also found out that air quality in China continued to improve last year as more than half of its cities saw lower level of air pollution when compared to the previous year. The report, presenting an overview of the state of global air quality in 2021, is based on particulate matter 2.5 air quality data from 6,475 cities in 117 countries. with respect to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, consider the following statements. It is the second largest organization after the United Nations. It has a membership of 100 countries. Maldives is not a member of OIC, as we have to select the not correct statement. Second and third are not correct. D is the correct answer. New Delhi has rejected the uncalled reference to India by Chinese Foreign Minister Wang during a speech to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Pakistan. The OIC is the second largest organization after the UN. It is the collective voice of the Muslim world. It endeavors to safeguard and protect the interest of the Muslim world in the spirit of promoting international peace and harmony among various people of the world. The first OIC charter was adopted by the third ICFM session held in 1972. Over the last 40 years, the membership has grown from its founding members of 30 to 57 states. Maldives is a member of the OIC. Consider the following statements with respect to the regiments in the Indian Army. Major Robert Clive commenced the practice of regiment formation of the Indian Army and its infantry. After 1947, the Indian Army didn't raise any more regiments based on caste or community. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. C is the correct answer. An ongoing agitation by members of the Ahir community disrupted traffic on a 6-kilometer stretch of the Delhi-Gurgaon highway on Wednesday. In the early 18th century, the East India Company in the Carnatic had independent companies of sepoys raised by Indian officers for the protection of their trades. In 1757, these independent companies were amalgamated into coast battalions by Major Robert Clive, and thus commences the history of Indian Army and its infantry. The personnel of the battalions were of South Indian classes, locally recruited. These units, then known as Coast Sepoys, were the ancestors of the 1st, now 1st Para, 2nd, now 1st Guards and 3rd Battalions of Punjab Regiment. Hence, the Punjab Regiment is the senior-most infantry regiment in the Indian Army. After 1947, the Indian Army didn't raise any more regiments based on caste or community. It continued to raise regiments based on region, like the Scout Regiment from Ladakh, Arunachal and Sikkim. With reference to the currency swap facility, consider the following statements. It is an agreement to exchange currencies with predetermined terms. The swap operations can carry exchange rate or other market risks. We have to select the correct statement. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.